So something I see all the time in my work is a bypassing of the heart. So when we're working with sexual energy, we're awakening sexual energy, we're connecting to the cosmos, we're attempting to integrate sexuality into our lives, into our bodies, into our experience. What happens a lot of times is we sort of leave out the heart. And that can look a couple different ways typically. One is that we are hyper focused on the sex center, just the sex center. We think sexuality has only to do with the genitals, right? And physical pleasure and our physical experience. And this is super juicy, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with this by nature, but it's limited. It's not the full experience of what's available to us as humans. The other thing that can happen is we are sublimating the energy. We're doing spiritual practices, tantric practices, neo-tantra, classical tantra, and we're sublimating the sexual energy, into the third eye, into the crown, and we're using it to just distribute into our field, to manifest, all these kinds of things. And in both of these instances, the heart is often overlooked. The energy can kind of move around the heart. So I see this all the time in my one-on-one work, in my group programs, things like this, where we're not integrating the heart. We're not integrating love, our humanity, and our needs, right? And so this is especially important often for women, those in female bodies. This center, the breasts and the heart, is really the gateway into sexuality, into sexual energy, into new kind of realms of awakening sexual energy. It's the emotions. And what do we need to feel emotionally safe, emotionally resilient, emotionally thriving? And so these two centers connecting, the sexual center and the heart, is so juicy. This is where I see so many people, men and women, non-binary, making massive breakthroughs in their experience of their bodies, of their sexuality, their heart, their soul, their spirit, all of this. And so one way to do this, one way to work with this energy, is to, when you're awakening sexual energy, if you're doing a sexual practice, if you're feeling turn on randomly in your day, or you're engaging with a partner or with yourself sexually, starting to bring that energy consciously into the heart. So if you start to feel turn on, for example, or even just sensuality at the root, at the sacrum, and the pelvic floor, and the genitals, starting to inhale and draw that energy up into the back door of the heart. Exhale, let it melt through the heart center, and then back down the front of the body, back to the genitals, back to the pelvic floor, back to the root. So inhaling to draw it up into the heart, exhaling to let it melt down the front. And so you're creating kind of a loop of energy up the back and down the front. And you can inhale, draw it up, exhale, let it melt down. Inhale, you can add a little squeeze. You can rock your body slightly, like I'm doing right now. Inhale through the nose, exhale through an open mouth. So that little squeeze of the pelvic floor muscles, just slightly, it doesn't need to be intense, kind of allowing this energy to draw up into the heart, consciously bringing it up into the heart center, so that center of the chest, and back down the front. So you can do this as long as you like. You can even sound on your exhale, sound your sensations, your emotions. You can do this solo. You can do this with a partner for some real juicy bonding. And don't be surprised if emotions bubble up. So this can brings a lot of energy into the heart. So a lot of awareness of emotions, connections, deep desires of the heart. So greet them all as beloved. Greet them all as a beloved friend. And so it could be grief, rage, joy, bliss, anything in between. So we're going to be doing more of this in my upcoming journey for the spring equinox, Orgasmic Kundalini. And with Orgasmic Kundalini, we're working with this current, the sexual current, the earth Kundalini, rising up from below, up into the heart, and actually up into the ethers, into your field. And we're working with the golden Kundalini as well, that descends from above and circulates. And both of these energies meet in the heart. They mix in the heart and bring a sense of bliss, joy, presence at the heart for an integrated experience of your own sexuality. I hope to see you there. We start on the spring equinox, late March. You can find out more on my website, NicoleNardoni.com. I hope to see you there. Much love.